We made a CNC laser cutter or engraver. It has two different axes that are controlled by stepper motors, and then inside of it we have a 2-watt laser that goes in and comes out through the fiber up here and then goes down and basically cuts or burns. We can operate it in a couple different modes to where if you push a button it will create a specific shape of some kind, like a pre-programmed shape. It'll cut out like squares and triangles and things like that. Or you can have it in a manual mode where you push the buttons on the keypad are indicated in like directions. So if you push like 1 in the top corner, it'll go at an angle in that direction. We tried to interface it with a USB like flash drive, so that way it would read from like our programs from the flash drive. Every time you create a shape, it goes and stores the shape that you create on the flash drive, and it goes in 8 different directions that you can do in manual mode. The laser that we uses a 850 nanometer wavelength, and so we can't actually see it. It's not in the visible spectrum. It's infrared, and so you can't see the laser, but you can see the smoke come off of it when it burns stuff, so you don't want to put your hand underneath it. When you go and push 0, it cuts out a pre-programmed shape that actually writes ME307 for this class, so it goes and draws out all the different letters. We found that with the infrared laser, it works a lot better with something like anything that's black. So I mean, it will burn and engrave wood perfectly fine, but you just have to move it a lot slower.
We are using like a sharp voltage regulator where we can just like send a signal to that regulator to turn the laser on and off.
The USB right here.
We are using just for connection, 2 for transmitting and receiving the data, and 2 for controlling this transmission and receiving, and 1 for reset. So every time we want to access that driver, we just make that reset low.
The laser that we used, it's actually a communications laser. To make it actually cut, you need to put it through a lens and focus the laser itself. So we use this collimator. It makes it so the beam itself doesn't disperse. And then the laser diode itself is just this little box up here that sits on top of the heatsink.